Just minutes ago, former Texas Governor Rick Perry announced he is dropping out of the race for president. Speaking in St. Louis, Perry announced he is suspending his campaign. He told the crowd he has no regrets. He said the Republican Party is in good hands with the best field of candidates in a generation. Perry said he and his wife are ready for the next chapter in their lives.
We have a house in the country. We have two beautiful children. Two absolutely adorable, beautiful, smart granddaughters, 4 dogs, and the absolute best sunset you have ever seen from the back porch of that house. Indeed, life is good. I am a blessed man.
Well, for some in-depth perspective on this big announcement, we are joined by the host of KXAN State of Texas In Depth, Josh Hinkle. Josh, a lot of people wondering, why is this happening today?
We know CNN has its debate next week for all of the GOP hopefuls, and it actually announced the list of the top-tier candidates and the lower-tier candidates for the 2 debates, and Rick Perry was at the top of the lower tier. Actually, Carly Fiorina, the former Hewlett-Packard CEO, she made it into the top tier because of a rule change that allowed an 11th person in there. So, you know, after his last debate performance, which was still better than his last time around back in the last presidential run, it just didn't make sense for his campaign probably to stay in the race, considering he didn't make it into that top tier.
So now that his campaign is officially suspended, who will he endorse, Josh?
Well, he didn't say anything specifically, and I don't think we'll hear anything immediately from his campaign, but you can kind of get hints in his speech. He was talking about the candidate for the GOP for 2016 needs to be someone with principles of conservatism, not celebrity. And if we've seen anything from his campaign and from him in the last debate, he was really hitting Trump hard.
You know, Rick Perry has held elected office in Texas for so long, 14 years as the governor. What is next for him?
A lot of people say, you know, he's got a lot of opportunities. Some people have said that he might be a correspondent on Fox News. Some people have said maybe there's a chance for another political position down the road, U.S. Senate. But one thing I did notice, you heard him there talking about he's ready to look at that sunset on the front porch of his house with his wife. When he stepped down as governor of the state of Texas after 14 years, he told the crowd, I'm not riding off into the sunset. He was going to start running for president, and here he's talking about the sunset again, so could be finally time to call it quits.
We will see what happens. Josh, thank you very much for that perspective. Donald Trump responded to Perry's announcement on Twitter. He called Perry a terrific guy and wished him well in the future.
Well, the Perry campaign has been officially underway for only a couple months. He announced in early June after several months of fundraising and studying, but his polling did not take off. At the time, Perry was still in the middle of the pack, polling at 5% in the NBC News poll from that month. But the numbers only went down. And by the time the first debate came around in early August, Perry did not have enough support to make it into the main debate. In that debate, you'll recall on Fox News, many did not believe Perry shined even in the lesser debate. Now, later that month, Perry's campaign revealed staff were no longer being paid. The paychecks started flowing again later, but the damage was done. And in the days leading up to his announcement in St. Louis, several key campaign workers in early primary states quit. Of course, we'll have a full timeline on the front page of KXAN.com.